Hi, I want to share with you my lettuce that I plant in a bag, or greens basically that I plant in a bag. I'm going to set up another one today so that in a month we have a fresh bag of items growing. Um, I say a lot. Anyway, I have pulled out 6 variety. I'm going to do 3 different kales, an arugula, a lettuce, and a spinach. Those are going to go in my bag. And I have my bin here, and I have my garden soil here, box cutter, and then my seeds. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do with that. So I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to put it here on the ground where I'm going to have my bag of soil. And then I have my bag of soil, which I'm going to put here on top of my lid. But first, before I put it down, I'm going to put 2 holes in the bottom. I didn't put holes in the bottom of my last one, but we've been getting a lot of rain, and so mine's been fine, but it's kind of under the overhang of the house. And here I'm going to put this one out here on my messy driveway. So I'm going to poke 2 holes in the bottom of it. I'm going to move it over to here and then cut it open. So here I have the bag of soil on the lid with the 2 holes in the bottom. I just took the box cutter and just sliced 2 small holes, maybe 3/4 of an inch, 2 of them. I have a pot to put some of the soil in because I find that you can use some of the soil that's in here for something else, and that way this one's not so full. Okay, so now I'm going to take my box cutter and I'm going to cut like right about here down, leaving this edge so that it holds the soil. And again, I'm going to come to this edge, leaving the edge so that you have room for the soil. Okay, and now your soil is exposed. And you're going to start by breaking it up. Now you can see, like, once you fluff it up, there's a lot of extra soil. So I'm going to put this in this bin here, this bucket, and I'm going to use this to plant something else. And so, with these uncertain times, you just, it can't hurt to have a little bit of extra greens growing. They're not going to add a lot of volume to your diet, but they'll add a nice impact. Like, let's say you take some of these greens and you put them on your eggs, or you put them on your tacos. I did hear about that from Jess at Roots and Refuge, somebody that I follow who's a great inspiration. But literally, you could just add a little bit to everything. And it just adds, a nice vitamin impact, and you can do something small. I guess the nurseries and like Home Depot and Lowe's are still open. So, this is a necessity. Sneak out, get some, not sneak out, go out, get some soil and some seeds and start doing something that can add a little more nutrition to your family's diet at this moment, and give you a little thing to do. You could do a science lesson for the kids, and then you could, benefit from, eating off of the land in these uncertain times, even if your land is a package of soil sitting on a container lid. So anyways, this is my lid, or my soil. What I've decided to do, in my other one, I spread all of the seeds mixed throughout the whole bag of soil, and I don't like that. There's something in there I don't like, and I don't know what it is. I used 14 different kinds of seeds, and so I'm going to eat them, but at the same time now I want to be a little more specific. So this is what I've decided to do. I've decided to do this whole backside in these kales, and then I'm going to do arugula and spinach and lettuce. And so each one's going to get an equal part. And these are going to be baby greens. So I'm going to be putting a lot of seeds in here. But the cool thing is with doing this is I could start them out as baby greens And then once they germinate, I can separate out some of them and take those baby greens and actually grow a full-on plant from those ones, so I have more, an abundance. So that's my plan right now. I'm going to go ahead and start seeding these. I'm doing this one-handed. I don't have a tripod next to me or anything, so I'm going to do this in segments so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I went and opened up all of my seed packets, and now I'm just going to start by, normally I would put them in the palm of my hand and sprinkle them out, but I'm going to, maybe I will still do that somehow. How do I do this? do, 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 do. Okay, so there is my lettuce. You can see all my little seeds spread out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lightly cover them. I should also mention that you might want to add a little bit of water to the soil just so that you're not flooding out your plants when your seeds when you add water. Mine's pretty wet, and that's why I didn't do it in this, but if yours is dry, you'll want to go ahead and dampen it. So in here, and it's okay, like see how that one just went out into my lettuce area? That's okay. It's okay if they're mixed in with each other a little bit. I'm just trying to create a nice little spot to eat some yummy microgreens. We'll move that one out of that way. So just take a little bit of this soil and sprinkle it over here. Okay, so there's my spinach. I'm gonna put that there. And this one I didn't open all the way for some reason. Yeah, we'll skip that one. We'll go do the kale up here. And I used that whole package, but that's okay. There weren't very many seeds in there. And like I said, once I get some of these growing, I can use them as my starters and move them to another plant, another pot, and then the rest of them we can use as baby greens to enhance the quality of some of the food that we're eating right now. This one has a lot more kale seeds in it, so I'm going to keep some of those. And then I'm going to sprinkle some more of this on top here. There. And then we have this one over here. The reason I like to put the seeds into my hand is so that I don't accidentally use too many. Like right now, the way I'm doing it, I could accidentally spill this whole bag in here, and you know, that would be a waste since I can eat off this bag quite a few more times. And then so for this one, I'm going to grab some of the soil that I took out of the bag and then just cover, and that's probably too covered. Just need a tiniest little bit. And then here I'm going to do the arugula. The package is not open, so I'm going to just simulate that I'm doing that. And so. Alright, so I went and grabbed some other supplies. A while ago we had a party and somebody dropped all the knives on the ground, so I've kept them. I didn't know what I was ever going to use them for. I am now using them to do my seed markers, which is a great idea to do if you had a party and you keep them after they're used, and you can wash them and then you can use them as seed starters. A great way to repurpose everything. And then I went and grabbed some rainwater from my rain barrel, and we have plenty of that right now. So I'm going to take the seed packets out, and then I'm going to give it a nice water. I filled it too much to be sitting. And just give it a nice little sprinkle. It doesn't need a lot. I pretty much just give it a sprinkle like this every day. And then you cover it. And you made a little greenhouse, which in a few days will start sprouting. The arugula is ready to harvest in 35 days per the package, but we're not eating a full head of arugula. We're eating baby greens. So you know, the spinach will germinate in 7 to 14 days. So I would say in about 20 or 30 days, you could be eating microgreen or baby greens. That's really nice. We don't know what our future holds as far as like our food. We've grown to rely on our food in our markets, and things are different. So why not just be a little proactive? If things go back to normal, that's cool. You still have a nice tray of food you can eat. So just take some time. It's really healthy for you to get out and get some sun, vitamin D, and to be in nature, not just be sitting in your house in front of Netflix, and which is okay. You could do that too. Just mix it up. Do some things that you might love. Who knows, you just might love growing things and inspire you to do something new. You know, I grew up on my grandparents' farm and I've missed it. I miss it a lot. I do have a patch of dirt that I work in besides, you know, all of this, but I've taken some precautions to do some other things. And let me show you the lettuce bag I started like a month ago, or a little over a month ago now. Like I said, there's a couple things in here that I don't like. So that is why I went with just doing the 6 areas in the bag. This is 14 different varieties that are all mixed. Something in there is really spicy. So I just am doing the 6 per bag now so that I can pinpoint what I really love and what I don't like. We're still going to eat this. We're still going to enjoy this. We've been eating off of this already. And it just, you know, you just cut it and then it's growing back. So I've taken from back here and I've taken from here, just because here you see I didn't give myself enough space, so like my greens are actually growing down inside there. So in the other bag I just made with you guys today, I kept the edges a little bit larger. And so yeah, just grow some food, be healthy, both mentally and physically, and take care of yourself.